nice fish to start us out. Well, we just got set up here. Captain Tim Hill and Mark Arnesen, Rocky Point Resort, Minnesota's Lake of the Woods. I'm Roger Cormier, and we just got out to the house here after breakfast in the Rock Harbor Lodge and got our lines down, and all three of us are marking fish on our electronics. They're all over. We've had a few chasing, but we haven't hooked up yet. This is the first one of the morning. Pretty sure we got a walleye on. Yeah, nice walleye to start us out. Chunky. Grab them, there we go. Little VMC rattler spoon, and that UV green tiger. See that pattern there? We're using a lot of UV up here this year. And putting fish like that on the ice. A nice walleye, chunky walleye to start us out. We'll talk about the limits up here, the fish that you can keep to eat, just like this little fella here. And we're going to share with you some secrets for putting walleyes on the ice throughout the Midwest, but especially a great winter destination like the one we're at here, Arnesens, Rocky Point Resort.
It's my dead stick, a little light rod, but this will be a nice fish.
Yeah, we got a few on the graph chasing us kind of up and down in the water column here, and we're not getting every fish that we're seeing come through on the graph. We got some chasers, and then, you know, every third or fourth one, it's boom. Ooh, nice.
Nice sauger.
Big sauger. Well, they don't get much bigger than that, huh, Tim?
No, we've been seeing a few of these. That's extra special when you can get a nice sauger like that.
Oh, dead stick. There we go. Taking a little bit of drag. We've been experimenting with different colors and lure styles here. This is one of those days, if you've ever fished up here, you see them. You get a lot of fish coming through, and you're working to trip the triggers of as many as you can. There's a lot more lookers than you do actual biters. This is just a little sauger here, but I had a whole minnow on this little VMC tumbler spoon here. Got a little blade on it, and we're starting to see a little preference for some red, stuff that's got red in it. But our UV patterns are also working pretty well too. Just a little sauger. Probably a couple-year-old fish, maybe from 3 years ago. Little small for the frying pan. There you go, Marco.
There we go.
Big walleye, huh?
I don't know what it is.
I realize it's hooked now.
Well, I got snipped off by that big northern earlier.
Pike. There we go.
You got pike?
Yeah.
Pike.
Oh, yeah. Now, does he have a ultralight rip and wrap in his mouth, by the way? Because I was jigging earlier and set the hook on one and snapped my line right on the strike.
Oh, you hit it hard.
Nice northern. Kind of a bonus fish.
Yeah. This time of year, these are still really good eating. Coming out of this nice, clean, cold water.
Yeah, nice size fish. And you've got a protected slot on them too, right?
Yes, up here we got a slot that's 30 to 40 inches. Anything between 30 and 40 is you got to release, and then it's everything after that's trophies. So you can catch some huge pike up on Lake of the Woods.
That's more of a late season bite, right?
Yeah, March into April.
Yeah, it wasn't 10 minutes ago. I was pulling an ultralight rip and wrap through the water column, had a vicious strike, snap, cut my line. I said, northern pike. You don't see a lot of northerns, but that one that Mark just caught is a good example. Also, other multi-species to catch. Lots of tullibes, which is a good species to catch and keep if you like to smoke fish. And I also see some true jumbo perch. Not huge numbers of jumbos, but they are some really quality size yellow perch. So you can certainly catch other species besides just the walleyes and the saugers when you're fishing out of Arnesens. Ooh, another pole bender.
Yeah, it's been changing up on my jigging rod, but it's been a while since I got something off of my dead stick bobber here, but this is a nice perch.
Oh, beauty.
There, got tangled with my other line, but that's not a bad perch. We get some pretty good sized jumbos here on Lake of the Woods, but that'll definitely that's a bonus couple fillets to take home. Us ice guides, we'll meet you at our heated track vans, and typically we take off at about 7 o'clock. We have 2 to 6 man houses. All the holes are drilled, the heated houses, bait supplied, and we also have a nice fleet of sleepers. And on both cases, we'll check on you twice a day, make sure everything's going good, check on your bait supply, and see how fishing is.
At Arnesens Rocky Point Resort, you can expect great service and great fishing.
Put that ripping wrap back on just because yeah, I put it down there and it's just like you get more activity. Nice walleye.
Yeah, and it seems like we're catching better fish on that bigger profile this week too, so that's a real nice walleye.
Yeah, we'll have to measure this one. 17, another perfect one for the bucket.
Nice, Tim. If you're looking for a great winter fishing experience, Arnesens Rocky Point Resort is a great choice. Mark, if folks want to reach you, how do they do that?
Well, you can give us a call at 1-800-535-7585 or look us up on the web at arnesens.com.
We'd like to thank the entire staff at Arnesens, of course, Mark Arnesen and our captain, Tim Hill, our track van driver. I'm Roger Cormier. We'll be right back with more Midwest Outdoors.